All right. What is up, gang? It is November 16th, 2024. It's the day we've been waiting for. Stipe Miocic, Jon Jones, Madison Square Garden. Hey, there was something cold Dana said at the, it wasn't the press conference that they do. I guess it was a media day. Is that what they do on Thursday? The end of it all. The face-off where Jon Jones is telling Stipe, he's like, don't even talk about my kids. And I wish Stipe would have been like, fuck your kids. But Dana goes, I don't remember how many years ago, and I think I do. I think it was in 2016, MMA was first allowed in New York. But he was saying, I don't remember how many years ago, but we couldn't even get in New York. And now we're in like the most famous arena here, Madison Square Garden, and we hold 7 out of 10 of the top gates of all time. Oh. What do I say? What do I want to say? I want to say, and I'm not trying to single out the state of New York. It's not like I'm angry at the state of New York. But is New York even entitled? Like, should we, as MMA fans, talk about Madison Square Garden as being the best arena of all time or the most famous arena of all time? It's only famous like that when people embrace it like that. What if the UFC embraced Vegas over New York? Which they basically do in business. Vegas embraces MMA over New York. So it's like, when he said that, I don't know, it almost gave me chill bumps. It's like, MMA was illegal forever. And we have so many new fans in the sport, they don't get where I'm coming from when I say that. But that accomplishment, there's a little bit of, all right, up until 2016, all y'all told us we couldn't do this. This isn't right. This wasn't going to work. This isn't going to be allowed here. And now we hold 7 out of 10 of your top 10 gates of all time. So we've only been doing this for 8 years, and we hold 7 of your records. We've only been there probably twice a year, if that. What up? MMA, stand up, baby. All right, let's get down to business today. Today we got Stipe and Jon Jones. Also, I'm gonna touch on a couple things. Martinez. I think Martinez is going to do good today. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight. I've been looking forward to Roofy for a while. And yo, if you're a bettor, I would bet the house on Roofy. I know the payout isn't good. And the type of things I recommend people, I don't mess with the finish. Don't try to pick the KO sub or decision. Just pick a winner. And I take Roofy all day. His opponent missed weight and they're still fighting. Dude, Roofy's gonna murder this guy. Roofy is so good. And it's like people listen to the commentators, so the commentators were saying it last time, and I think that's why the odds are so bad, because it used to be I could catch some of these guys on their come up. And it's like I'd be talking about, like I was talking about Tom Aspinall and Tai Tuivasa after their first fights in the UFC. And I talked about them for like 2 years before they even really started getting noticed, if not longer. And I was hoping I figured that was going to happen with Roofy, but it's not. People caught on quick. Maybe it's the sports growth. I don't know. But, so I guess this video is me just all these ideas about this pay-per-view tonight. But the Jon Jones and Stipe, my heart is with Stipe. Like, this isn't advice on a bet or anything. I'm just sharing stuff. My heart is with Stipe right now. I'm always excited to see Jon Jones. And through most of Jon's career, he presents himself in this good person persona. And then with his rivalry with DC really poked a hole in that. He's like, man, you're so fake. You're always doing this shit. And we got to see how fake it was. Oh, he's doing the same shit he always does with Stipe. Talking about kids. He's giving like backhanded compliments. And I get where Stipe's coming from on the whole bitch comment. Like Jon's like, oh, I was trying to keep it respectful. No, you were saying you were going to beat his ass. That's not respectful. And he said, bring it on, bitch. So quit being a fucking little baby and trying to paint someone out as a bad guy, because But in the testament to his greatness, Jon Jones' greatness, is he being a diva or is it strategic mental warfare? Like, when he said the kid line, the first thing that popped into my mind was Joanna, I can't, y'all know who, Joanna. And she did it, she talked so much shit to people and so much shit that she just made up. It wasn't even real, just mind games to fuck with people. And she did it to Thug Rose. And I thought this is exactly what Jon was doing when he said that, because we all know Stipe ain't talking about his kids. But Jon's reaching back to something months and months and months and months ago. And I feel like I do remember hearing what he's talking about. And Stipe didn't tell any lies. Stipe didn't go drink and drive and hit a drunk woman or do all this stupid shit. His kids aren't ever going to look back at something and be embarrassed or ashamed of. And Jon Jones is real sensitive that he's made some mistakes and has to take ownership for it. But it was months ago, dude. It was months ago. If I had to guess, I'd say a coach held it in their pocket just to fire Jon up 3 days before the fight. Wouldn't be a bad move. But fight-wise, as to what I think is going to happen in that fight, if I can get this off before I got to roll up in here. I think Jon tries to shoot the takedown early. Jon even keeps talking about he keeps seeing himself finishing on top in the first round now. I don't think Jon's going to get Stipe down that easy. I think where Jon can beat Stipe is going to be striking because of his range. But he doesn't hit as hard as Francis, so he's going to be in for a war. I got to pause this for a second. Okay, we're back. All right, Francis was a lot more powerful than Jon at striking, you know what I'm saying? So Jon's had a lot of TKO finishes, but I don't think he's ever had a clean knockout. I could be mistaken about that, but don't see Stipe getting knocked out by Jon unless it's like a head kick or something. Could be wrong on that. I am hoping what happens in this fight is they kind of neutralize each other's wrestling and we get two strikers. I feel in the long term it's going to favor Jon Jones. But man, every day this week, I'm not giving advice on betting. I'm staying away from this on betting. Every day this week, I've gained a little more confidence in Stipe and Stipe's ability to beat Jon. And Stipe doesn't really show his emotion that much, but as much as Jon keeps sort of just lightly picking at him and being obnoxious, I feel like that's just motivating Stipe. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna fuck this kid. I'm gonna fuck this kid up. I in my heart, I want to pick Stipe. I'm gonna be cheering for Stipe probably. But if I'm like saying what I really think is gonna happen, I think Jon's gonna win round 4, round 5, or by decision. I do think Jon is going to be very, very surprised by Stipe's wrestling and anti-wrestling ability. I think that's going to be something he's not expecting. But we will see. I can't remember the other fights on the card right now. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. I got to get some errands done. But I got some people coming over to watch the fight, but on Roofy and maybe the main event, definitely the main event, I plan on busting the phone out and going live on YouTube. If you need a watch along, I'm not going to like stream the pay-per-view and get myself banned, but I like to do the commentary. So if you need a watch along, someone telling you what's happening, I probably got it here on my YouTube come time for the main event. All right, big time players make big time plays. We're going to do some big things today, baby. It's the War Lab. Making that Tootsie Roll.